Hey everybody, Caffeine Man here, and today is not my normal Tuesday upload. If you're a new subscriber or you came here for caffeine related content, feel free to check out my other videos where you can find everything you need to know about caffeine. This video is not going to have any caffeine related content, so if you're here for that, feel free to click away and check out some of my other videos. And there goes my audience retention. This video is coming completely out of left field for me. It's something I've never done before, but it's something that I wanted to share with you. This video is meant to be an inspirational video for other new YouTubers who may have similar struggles. Through sharing some of my stories with you and some of my struggles with you and how I overcame these struggles, I hope that you can find these tips useful to you. If you look forward to hearing these tips on how I overcame my struggles, it's coming right up. Hey again everybody, thank you so much for joining me today, and I truly do mean that. As a new YouTuber, I know how difficult it is to find time to do, well, pretty much anything. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. What can you expect from today's video? I'm briefly going to thank all the video influencers who have helped me along the way. Then I'm going to dive right into some of the struggles that I faced when starting my YouTube channel and how I overcame those struggles. Throughout the video, I'm going to give you 3 tips of how I overcame these struggles, and trust me, they're not going to be earth-shattering things, but I hope that you find them inspirational to help you next time you're struggling. Also, if you like this video, feel free to hit the like button and leave me a comment to let me know what you think. Do not subscribe. This is a one-time only inspirational video for me. I do not plan on doing any other inspirational videos. I plan on focusing on Caffeine Man and providing caffeine-related information. There are plenty of other video influencers out there that are much more inspiring than I am. But if you like caffeine and you want to stay informed on all things caffeine-related, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night. I say that in my sleep. So I first want to start off by saying a very big thank you to all the video influencers out there who have helped me. First on my list is Sean Cannell and Benji Travis of Video Influencers. They were my very first video that I watched about starting a YouTube channel, and I've watched them for the last 6 months straight. Sean Cannell also has another channel called Think Media, as well as several other classes, and one of the classes that I signed up was for the Inner Circle. Not only is it classes, but it's Q&A with him. The Inner Circle also has a Facebook group of new content creators and people that look to expand their business through YouTube. So thank you to Sean for all your help, and Heather and his whole team on the Inner Circle. They've been a great help to me. I also want to thank Daryl Eves, Tim Schmoyer, Brian G. Johnson, Roberto Blake, Nick Niman, and his brother D. Niman, and Vina V. There are still plenty of other videos that I've watched as well where people have helped, but that's all I can come up with right now. Now I know some of you are going to say, well, yeah, that's their job. That's what they get paid to do. But really, these people have really helped out, and they really seem to go the extra mile. They're very inspirational, and they really seem to care about new content creators. I know Sean has done tons of Q&A videos to help out new YouTubers, and Vina V regularly posts inspirational videos for new YouTubers as well. Daryl Eves just started doing channel reviews for new content creators. And I also recently found that Nick Niman and his brother D. Niman have a Saturday morning Q&A show where they spend like 2-3 hours answering questions and helping new YouTubers out. It is absolutely amazing. And this is on top of everything that these other influencers already do in their busy schedule. They really do seem to help out, and for that, I say thank you. So, where do I start? I guess I'm going to start off with my lack of time. And with my lack of time comes my first tip, which really isn't much of a tip, as more of a statement. As a new YouTuber, there's going to be a lot of sacrifices that you're going to have to make. So my first tip is get ready to make some sacrifices. In most cases, it's your time. I know that there are definitely not enough hours in the day to do everything that I need to do. Like a lot of other YouTubers, I have another job. And I specify another job because I've heard other people say, oh yeah, I do YouTube, but I do have a real job. And the truth is, YouTube is a real job. And you kind of need to look at it that way if you're going to be successful. Well, I actually don't get paid, so it's more of an internship really. But an internship is a job, so it's still a job. So I wake up for my other job at around 6 a.m., sometimes earlier if overtime's needed. I work until about 5 o'clock, and then I get home around 6. I have dinner with my wife, we talk about our days, then at 7 o'clock I start my other job, which is YouTube. I work on my script, I do tons of research to make sure all the information that I'm providing is factual, and then when I left over time, I go to YouTube and I watch more videos about how to be a better YouTuber. And there is so much information out there. I mean, up until 6 months ago, I never edited a video in my life. So what's the first thing I had to do? Watch a tutorial on how to edit videos and what software to use. And that was just the start. I can't believe how much information is out there. I've been watching How to Be a YouTuber for over 6 months now, and I feel like I don't even know a quarter of all the information that's out there. Then, by the time 11 o'clock rolls around, sometimes 12 o'clock, even 1 a.m., I'm falling asleep to Sean Cannell's voice. Wait, did that come out weird? I didn't mean for it to come out weird. They know what I mean. He's not boring. I just binge watch his content because it's so good and so informative that I end up staying up too late and I fall asleep. Sean, nothing personal. It's a compliment. I get about 5 to 6 hours of sleep, which isn't much, especially when it's day after day after day. So I sacrifice some of my sleep in order to be able to learn more about YouTube and get what I need done. But there are lots of other sacrifices too. Even my wife makes sacrifices. Neither one of us actually really cook that much, so whenever I used to get home from work, we used to go out to eat. So if I get home at 6 o'clock, we get to the restaurant between 6:15, 6:30. By the time we order, eat, and get back home, it was 8 o'clock before I was even thinking about starting YouTube stuff. So my wife decided to actually take up cooking so that now, when I get home at 6 o'clock, dinner's ready, we eat, we talk about our day, and therefore I can now start at 7 o'clock. So she sacrificed her time because she still has to go to the store and buy all the stuff and still has to cook the food, which is wonderful. Thank you so much, sweetie pie. And my biggest sacrifice, well, some of you are going to think it's silly, but others are going to know 100% where I'm coming from, is that I haven't actually played PlayStation in 6 months. Some of you say, oh, that's not a big deal, but those who know PlayStation know that that's a big sacrifice. Let's put it this way. I used to ask my wife, what are we doing this weekend? And she says, oh, we have no plans on Saturday. You can play video games if you want, because I always like to get permission. Well, guess what? I'd wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and I'd start playing video games. That's the universal term for video games, right? And then I would say goodnight to her at 10 o'clock when she went to bed and continue playing until 12 or 1 in the morning. That's right, I'd play PlayStation for 14, 16 hours straight. And once again, I let her know, if I'm ignoring you too much because I'm playing video games, let me know and I'll stop. But she was also supportive of my game addiction. But when I started my YouTube channel, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to spend that much time. And I knew I had to cut myself off cold turkey. A lot of sacrifices were made to get my YouTube going, and it's a matter of what you're willing to sacrifice. No matter what, your days are already full. If you're going to be starting a YouTube channel, or you did just start a YouTube channel, you're going to have to sacrifice some things. So what are you going to sacrifice? Are you not going to do something with your friends so that you can record on the weekend? Are you going to put aside one of your other favorite hobbies for your new job? Whatever it is, try not to sacrifice time with your family, because family is very important and you don't want to push them away. Now, let me get into the first struggle that I had as a YouTuber. And when I think back to 6 months ago, it's kind of a funny story, and I wish I could change things. But here goes. I only had a Facebook account. I didn't have Instagram, I didn't have Twitter. Facebook was the only thing I knew. So my big marketing plan was to go to all 190 of my friends' pages, look at all of their friends, and if I actually met any of their friends before, friend them. I got to about 270, and that took a couple of months to do because I went through 190 friends to find their friends. It was a lot of work, but I knew it was going to pay off in the end. Then it came time to upload. I uploaded 3 videos because if they liked the first one, I wanted them to go to my page so that they had more stuff to look at. Brilliant, right? I had all 3 videos uploaded on Friday night, and then I typed up a wonderful introduction to let everyone know I was starting a YouTube channel and how excited I was, and I put a link right there to my YouTube channel, and I hit send, and I waited for all the subscribers to come in. Now, with 270 friends and family members on Facebook, I figured maybe if I'm lucky I'll get about half of them, but I didn't want to set my hopes too high, so I said, well, if I get a third, about 100, that's going to be some good groundwork. I'm going to have really good content because I'm going to put my time into my content, and with that good content and 100 subscribers, it would slowly grow. And those 100 subscribers would be sharing it with their Facebook friends as well. Friday night went by, not too much happened. I figured, well, people are busy on Friday night, so Saturday's going to be better because people have the whole day on Saturday to subscribe. Saturday night came, still not much, and I wasn't feeling very good. Sunday came along, and by the end of the day Sunday, I was feeling pretty depressed. I woke up Monday morning, and it was one of the worst Monday mornings that I had. Can you guess how many subscribers out of 270 friends and family members subscribed to my channel? 12. That's right, I had 12 subscribers. Now, I had about 20 or 30 likes on my Facebook page, but I didn't really care about that because I'm not looking for Facebook likes. I'm looking for YouTube subscribers. I went to work that Monday and I almost felt like crying on the drive there. I put all this time and all this work into making these 3 videos, to starting up my YouTube channel, spent months trying to get friends of friends of friends on my Facebook, and nobody subscribed? I mean, when I get together for Thanksgiving with my family, there's at least 20 people there. And when I hang out with my friends, I got a solid group of 10 to 20 friends. So that's 40 people right there that I know that I can rely on. Yet I only got 12 subscribers. This leads me into my next tip, which is sort of a 2-parter. Never give up and learn from your mistakes. Never give up. Everyone's going to tell you that one, but it's not cliche. You really have to tell yourself not to give up. And I didn't want to give up. I really want to be successful on YouTube. And learn from your mistakes. I made a mistake. The problem was, I didn't know what that mistake was. But I knew that with 270 friends and family members, I needed to have more than 12 subscribers. There was either a glitch in the system, or maybe everyone was on vacation. But whatever the problem was, I was still confident in my content, but how am I supposed to find the mistake? And it's through research. I mean, I got 60 likes on a giant mozzarella stick that I posted from the Big E, yet only 12 subscribers? And when I looked at how many likes, there was only about 20 likes on my comment. So I had a feeling that my comment wasn't actually getting out there. So I decided when I got home, I was going to research things about Facebook to find out what I might have missed. After a decent amount of time searching on YouTube for some answers, I found Vina V. Thank you so much, Vina V, for your video. She posted a video about Facebook, and it was a detailed video. She showed pictures of a study that she did, and basically she showed how many views she got on a standard post, how many views she got on a post that had pictures, and most importantly, how many views she got when she posted a link that took you away from Facebook. Apparently, Facebook doesn't like you going elsewhere. So if you post a link in your Facebook post, Facebook isn't going to send it to people. They'll send it to some people, but they're not going to send it to everybody. So I thought that I had sent something out to 270 people, and I'm lucky if only 10% of the people actually saw it. Thank you so much, Vina V, for posting that video, because that put me back on the right track. It gave me hope that it wasn't my content that was bad, it was just people didn't get the message about me. But what do I do now? If people aren't going to hear about me on Facebook, where am I going to get my subscribers from? So I needed to figure something out. Now let me backtrack a little bit to my drive home on Monday night before I actually found the video from Vina V on Facebook. I was driving home and I was in a bad mood. Then on the radio, I was listening to 94.5. The radio host is Ashley Feldman, and I'm a big fan of hers. She was also on Big Brother. I was always a fan of her show. I thought she was funny and liked her choice of music. On Mondays, she has a segment called My Weekend Sucked. People call up and say why their weekend was bad, and in most cases, she makes them feel better. So I figured, maybe I should call. The problem is, I don't like using the telephone. I hate having to call for pizza. I hate having to call for Chinese food. I hate having to call for anything. But I figured I have to break out of this, because if I'm going to have a YouTube channel, I'm going to have to talk to people. And this would be a great way to get some marketing. This is some free advertising. She's going to feel bad for me. She's going to give me a shout out, and I might get some subscribers from this. So I sucked it up, took a nice deep breath, and called. Now, I've never called a radio channel before. I've never even called to try and win a prize because, like I said, I don't like the phone, nor did I even like the idea of being on the radio. So a woman picks up the phone and asks why my weekend sucked, and I start to tell them. Now, I thought that they were screening the calls, that they had someone that answered it, and then if it was worthwhile, then they would put me on with Ashley. But I was wrong about that. About halfway through the conversation, I realized I was actually talking to Ashley Feldman. I was a little bit starstruck, and then I was worried that what I was actually saying at that moment was going to be on the radio, and I stumbled over some of my words. I also wasn't really able to explain exactly what my channel was about, so I ended up kind of saying it was informative about caffeine. Everything seemed to go well. We hung up the phone. She said she was going to get me on the radio. I text my wife and I say, hey, I'm going to be on the radio. Turn on the radio. And I'm driving in my car, and then it comes on. It didn't sound too bad, but when the phone call ended, she had continued talking on the radio, and that's where everything went downhill. In short, she said that my channel sounded boring, and when she's out with her friends drinking Jaeger bombs, she doesn't want to be worried about what the caffeine content is in her drinks. She just wants to have fun. Maybe if this guy was chugging energy drinks, the channel would be more exciting, but it sounds pretty boring. She actually ended the show by saying, I can see why he has 12 subscribers. I mean, I was stunned. I couldn't believe I called the radio channel. I put myself out there, and I felt like I was in a gymnasium in high school and they pantsed me and everyone was pointing at me and laughing. I mean, I was just dumbfounded by it. And I said, I think this is it. I don't think that I can do this. My Facebook plan failed. How was I going to get subscribers? Now I put myself on the line and I try and go on the radio and I get shot down. I think this might be it for me, you know? I tried, right? I made an effort. I'm just going to get shot down everywhere I go. I actually had to pull over the car because I was getting a little emotional myself. And I sat there thinking about what I was going to do. I didn't want to give up. I knew that I had content that I wanted to provide to people as a good service. And there's not a lot of people out there doing it, so I really did have a good niche. And somehow, within about a minute, I was able to suck it up. I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to let that self-centered, big brother, high school cheerleader, female dog put me down. I'm going to stand up for myself. So I went on my phone in my car, got her email address, and sent her an email. And it was a very professional email considering how emotional I was. I basically let her know that I was a big fan of her show, but I was a little surprised with how harsh she was with me. And everyone has a right to their opinion, but she didn't actually even watch my channel. She just made assumptions that my content was boring. If she had actually watched my channel and said that it was boring, then I would have been fine with it. But instead, she went ahead and made assumptions and made me sound boring. And it hurt. But I ended the email saying that I'm probably still going to listen to her because I enjoy her content. I was surprised that within 2 minutes, she actually emailed me right back and she apologized. She said that she didn't mean anything bad and that in the entertainment industry, sometimes she has to have a laugh and it's at other people's expense. And unfortunately, at that moment, it was at my expense. She didn't mean any harm by it, and she said she was gonna go watch my channel as well. Now, I knew she wasn't gonna watch my channel, but it made me feel just a little bit better that she did apologize. It doesn't take away the fact that she did what she did, and I didn't get any free advertising out of it, but I felt just a little bit better. And with that feeling a little bit better, I knew that I wasn't gonna give up. I was gonna be successful, and I was gonna do anything in my power to prove her wrong. So never give up, and learn from your mistakes. And in going back to learning from your mistakes, I found through Vina V that Facebook doesn't like you posting links to take you any place but Facebook. So what was I gonna do? I decided I'm gonna have to start a Twitter channel. So a couple days later, I went onto Twitter, I opened up an account, and I started fuddling my way through. I had never been on Twitter before, so after I signed up, I followed a few people, including Sean Cannell for the video influencers and a few other influencers, and then I found some of my friends as well and followed them. And then I went right back to YouTube and typed in, how do you use Twitter? Twitter 101, because I still didn't have a clue about Twitter. And the whole time that I'm researching Twitter, I'm just thinking to myself, how am I going to get more YouTube subscribers through Twitter and Instagram when I don't have a following on Twitter or Instagram? It doesn't make sense that I'm wasting my time trying to research about Twitter when I don't want Twitter followers, I want YouTube subscribers. But according to all the video influencers, you had to have a social media following so that you could drive people to your YouTube channel. So as much as I thought it was a waste of time, I continued to muddle through it, and I was depressed the whole time because I still only had maybe 13 or 14 subscribers at that point. And then something amazing happened. While I was watching a video about how to use Twitter, I got a message that someone sent me a video on Twitter. So I'm going to play it for you right now. Hopefully the quality is good and you can hear it well because it's awesome. Well, to me at least.
Hey, Caffeine Man, just want to shoot a quick video, say hello. Super pumped we're connected on Twitter. There's Benji in the back. Actually, we have a whole bunch of people in the back over here. Actually, yeah. I'm right in the middle of a workshop in Provo, Utah, so I gotta go. And so I interrupted this whole thing just to say hello, but I'm pumped we're connected. I look forward to talking more in the future. Keep crushing it, keep smashing it, and we will talk soon.
I mean, wow. I mean, I don't know if half of you are excited as I am, but I was super excited by that. I mean, that was Sean Cannell, if you don't know, and he actually took the time out of his busy schedule while he was at a conference. He stopped it just to say hi to me. I was so excited. It really brightened up my spirits, it really inspired me, and I'm still giddy about it. I actually recorded it on my phone because I didn't know how to use Twitter and I wasn't sure if it was actually going to go away. So now I have it on my phone so I can take it with me all the time, and it's what I use to inspire me from time to time. I probably watch it once a week to remind myself that you have the people that are going to try and put you down, like Ashley Feldman, just for a laugh. But then you have people like Sean and other video influencers that are there to help you. And at that moment, that's exactly what I needed. Now, as I look back now, I know that he was at a conference and he was probably teaching his entire audience that you need to engage with your community. Engaging with your community is very important. To be able to get comments on YouTube and have a communication back and forth, there's a personal level there and people feel connected to you when you have a conversation with them. And YouTube also likes engagement. So it's a win-win situation. YouTube likes the engagement and people like to engage with you as well. But no matter what, I was not going to let that fact ruin that he still messaged me. I mean, he has hundreds of thousands of subscribers between all of his channels, and he took the time to say hi to me. I still feel like I won the lottery because I'm like 1 in 200,000. So no matter what the circumstance was, that video still helped me, and I'm not going to downplay it by saying he was using me as an example, because even if he was just using me as an example, that example still proved his point, that that little 10 seconds that he spent talking to me actually did inspire me and led me to where I'm at today. Thank you, Sean. As of today, 6 months after I started my YouTube channel, I have a Facebook page, I have an Instagram account, and I have a Twitter page, and I post on them every single day. Never give up and learn from your mistakes. If you're not succeeding or things are just going too slow and you're confident in your content because content is king, then there might be something else that's the problem. It might be your SEO, it might be your thumbnails, it could be your title and description, it could be your audience retention, or even just your audio. Whatever it is, find out what you're doing wrong and make sure you learn from it. Make sure you study your analytics to find out what's not working. There are a lot of great resources out there to show you how to use your analytics, because I know I knew nothing about analytics and I looked at these graphs and stuff and I didn't know what they meant. Audience retention, click-through ratios, it was all another language to me. So I had to go watch more YouTube videos to learn more about this YouTube stuff. But that's what you're going to need to do because your channel analytics are very important. It shows you what's working and what's not working. For example, as Caffeine Man, some people think I like coffee or too many energy drinks. And they're true. I do like energy drinks. But I'm not really a coffee connoisseur. I basically have Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, and I don't really stray much from there. But where I do get excited is when it comes to tea. I have a ton of teas in my house. Therefore, since I'm Caffeine Man, I want to go over all things caffeine related. I figured I would do a little bit about coffee, but I could do tea, energy drinks, and several other products. So I decided I was going to do a tea talk series. One, it was a great idea because I know a lot about tea, and it has caffeine in it. Not a lot, but still some caffeine, so it's relevant to my channel. And it's going to be a series, and series are very good. At least that's what all the video influencers told me. Series gives you bingeable content. So if someone likes the first one, they're going to watch the second one, they're going to watch the third one, and your audience retention is also going to go up, and there's lots of good things about series. Out of all the videos that are currently on my channel, I put the most work into my Tea Talk series. And I'm not talking as a series, I'm talking each individual video was one of the longest out of all of them. I put a lot of pictures in there, I did a lot of research for it, I put a lot of time into all 3 of those videos. I knew that there were going to be people that wanted to know about tea, and there was a lot of great content in there. My Tea Talk series has the least amount of views out of all of my videos. All that hard work that I put in, and I don't have many views at all. Even though the content is good, people either aren't searching for it or they don't want to hear from me about it. And I can tell that just from the views. But if I go into my channel analytics, I can find where people dropped off on those videos or my click-through ratio. I can check out lots of information to find out where it went wrong. But the truth is, people want to know about caffeine or energy drinks. That being said, I know that I'm laying some good groundwork so that when I do have more subscribers, I'm going to get more views on those Tea Talk videos because I know that there's good content in there and there's going to be people that like it and they're going to subscribe. It's just going to take time. My point being, I would love to do a channel that does energy drinks and tea, but if nobody's interested in tea, then I'm going to be focusing on energy drinks, caffeine information, and caffeinated product reviews because that's what's working for my channel. Find out what works for your channel and learn from your mistakes. Now, on to my next tip. I hate this one. I hate it. I don't even want to say it. Oh, I gotta tell you, the next tip, it's a bad one. It's patience. Oh, I hate having patience. Got none of it. I watch so many how-to videos and how to get more viewers, how to get more subscribers. They always say, oh, you need patience, as well as content is king. I've had $1 for every time I heard that in those videos. But it's true, which is why everyone says it. They're telling you stuff that works because they're the experts and they know this. Something that I keep in mind and I tell other people is something that I heard from Sean, and I'm sure Sean heard it from somebody else, where this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I feel that that's the best analogy when you're looking at a career on YouTube. As you know, this stuff does not go fast. And YouTube really isn't promoting our content until we probably hit that magical 1,000 number. Until then, we have to work hard on our SEO, keep that content strong, and try and get the word out on our videos. But that takes a lot of patience. I only had 12 subscribers when I started out. As of right now, I have 250, and that's over 6 months. But just over a month ago, I was probably around 100, 150. It was very slow going at first, but things are starting to pick up now. I had one video about Bang that's hit 7,000 views already. Most of my videos get about 100 to 200 views on average, but that one's at 7,000. And in looking at my channel analytics, a lot of my subscribers are coming from my Bang videos. I estimated last month that I needed to get about 2 to 3 subscribers to hit my goal of 1,000 subscribers by October. I set that goal for myself because I wasn't sure if this was going to be successful. So I said, I want to give myself 1 year and see where I'm at in 1 year. Because this has taken a lot of time, if it's not successful after a year, I'm going to have to rethink doing it. I feel setting that goal has really helped me focus because you always have to be striving for something. And I didn't want to say, oh, I want to have 10,000 in a year, because I want it to be something reasonable, but not too low either. So I'm halfway there time-wise, but I'm only a quarter of the way there subscriber-wise. As of this past week, I've been averaging between 5 and 10 subscribers a day. So things really are starting to pick up. But as of 2 weeks ago, things were going really slow for me. So what you have to have is patience. I mean, I'm getting 5 to 10 right now, but once this video maybe calms down, that might drop down again. So I'm not guaranteed 1,000 subscribers based on that video. So I have to keep making good content for these people to watch and for new subscribers. And that way, I'll have a solid foundation to build up on. It's just going to take some patience to get there. All that being said, let me leave you with one final thought for the day. Sometimes you make content and you put it out there and you think that it's great, but you feel like you're alone in this box and you're shouting and you're shouting and you're shouting this great information out to people, but nobody can hear you. You feel all alone and all you're doing is shouting and nobody's listening. My advice to you is to continue shouting, because someday someone's going to hear you and they're going to open up that box and they're going to see you. And when they do that, their life is going to change because of you. And your life is going to change by a simple click of the button by them. So keep doing what you're doing and never give up. And that's what I got for you today. Those are my 3 tips. I hope that you found them useful, and I hope that through my struggles and how I overcame them, they help you as well. Once again, if you like this content, feel free to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you thought. Don't subscribe though, because I'm not going to be doing inspirational videos. I'm going to be focusing on caffeine related content. But if you do want to stay informed on all things caffeine related, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again. Until then, have a great day. Or night.